From us here at Sticky Bleachers to you, happy Thanksgiving night. This is football action, traditional to America, and I am Cory.
I'm Bob, full of turkey and stuffing, excited for the last matchup of the day here.
Yes, we hope you have enjoyed today's earlier matchups and your meals. We're going to get things started here with Boswell kicking off to Bray, and could be an interesting matchup here tonight, Bob, in the AFC with Indianapolis and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the suddenly competitive Indianapolis Colts and the Steelers, who turned it around last week with their win against the Cleveland Browns, the woeful Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, well, there we go. Sometimes, what do they call that, a slump buster?
Yeah, sometimes you need to face the Browns every once in a while.
Yeah, hey, I think every team would like to have the Browns on their schedule a little more often. Here's two quick shovel passes to Turbin in a row here. Is going to bring up 3rd and 6, so not all that successful to start for Indy.
Nope. Well, the Steelers defense really turned it around again against the Cleveland Browns, but that shouldn't take anything away from their performance.
Right, and so there's the first sack of today, Stephen Tuitt. So hopefully, I think the Pittsburgh defense is going to be kind of chomping at the bit to get at Andrew Luck.
Absolutely, and it's a bit surprising that they didn't come out throwing the ball at least once in that series. Looked like Luck stepped back to make a throw there, but was quickly sacked. So.
Yeah, they really blew that play up. It looked like he was going to try to hit someone downfield, and he had some receivers working their way open, but he just had no time.
And bit surprising here with D'Angelo Williams running, but he gets the job done making it out to about midfield. Of course, Le'Veon Bell had a huge game last weekend, so I'm sure he'll be, no pun intended, the bell cow this week.
Ooh, all right, and Roethlisberger looked like he was going to run with that one, but he hits Antonio Brown, who is wide open, and he is going to just shuffle on into the end zone.
Have we seen an easier series leading to a score all season long, Cory? I don't think we have.
Yeah, a couple plays, one big rush, one big pass. Boy, that was easy. And Roethlisberger really had them faked out there, running towards the line of scrimmage. On replay, it looks like he just barely threw it before he crossed all the way over the line. So legal, safe to do.
Absolutely, and you got to be a little bit scared if you're not a Steelers fan that this Steelers team is finally healthy. Looks like Roethlisberger is back to his old self, and they're kind of firing at all cylinders for the first time this year.
Yeah, so let's see what Luck and company can come up with here. Out of the shotgun, it's a handoff to Frank Gore on the little crossing motion route there, and he has got a first down.
The senior citizen doing a good job on his first carry of the game there.
Yes, Frank Gore, of course, was a longtime San Francisco 49er and has been a valuable addition to this Colts team.
Never forget the U, Cory. Never forget.
Oh, and just like that, Bob, Ryan Shazier, fumble recovery.
Coming up with a defensive turnover there, so if the Steelers offense needed any help here, starting at the 40-yard line. So.
And here's D'Angelo Williams again. He has a nice run to start things off here. Just over a minute to go here in the first quarter, and Pittsburgh looking to get in control of this ball game.
Oh, and we're just getting word here that Le'Veon Bell actually is a late scratch from this game. He ate too much turkey earlier in the day, Cory. He fell asleep at the locker. They didn't want to wake him up, so they just made him a healthy scratch.
Gosh, that's unfortunate, but looks like, Bob, they won't need him as long as they have Antonio Brown in the lineup. There's another one complete, this time in the end zone for Antonio Brown. Yikes, that's 2 for him in the first quarter.
Yep, fantasy teams getting off to a good start here already, and gotta like that if you're a Steelers fan, right?
You are, and of course, these guys aren't so much worried about other people's fantasy teams. They're worried about shooting for the playoffs.
Oh, I think Antonio Brown's worried about his fantasy team, too.
Okay, yeah.
If the commercials are accurate, Cory, which I think commercials always are. So.
Yeah, Antonio Brown, he got one of the best haircuts in wide receiver, of the wide receiver core this year in the NFL.
I'd say in history, too. I mean,
wow,
it's pretty stellar. It's, what, top 20, I would say?
In history, sure, yeah. It would take us a while to, come
go
up
through
with 19 other awesome haircuts for receivers, but we might have to.
Randy Moss had a pretty sweet fro going on a little bit, and as we say that, Andrew Luck throws another interception, or an interception for another Colts turnover there, so.
Yes.
2 miscues on the offensive side of the ball for Indianapolis. Not a good way to start the game.
Right you are, Bob, and so as we start the second quarter, Steelers looking to maybe sock this half away here. Yikes.
Yeah, definitely going to hurt for the ratings here for the rest of the game if they can put more points on the board.
Yes, our friends in the NBC booth are scrambling to see if they can come up with something exciting to play to keep people here through the half to watch the second half. That is, of course, if Roethlisberger and company can put some more points on the board on this drive.
2nd down and 12 here. Let's see if the Colts finally bring some pressure. It looks like they haven't even gotten close to touching Roethlisberger.
Ooh. That could have been number 3, Bob. Easily
I was
been
going
number
to
3.
say, yep. It's about the 4th time they've run that same exact play. So
Yeah, you'd think that the Colts defense would pick that up one of these times. Ooh. And now it's Roethlisberger's turn. Throws an interception, but that one's fumbled.
Covered by Roosevelt Nix. And he might take this one all the way to the house, Corey. Oh, he's tripped up there at just about the 6-yard line. So, man, if you're into Colts fan, it's not working for you in this first quarter.
Wow, what a play. They get a successful turnover on an interception, and then they turn it right back over on the same play. Goes down to about the 6, Bob, and then guess who?
Get it out of the way. Get that hat trick out of the way before the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, there you go. You might as well. You might as well get your third touchdown. A couple minutes into quarter number 2. And Boswell, who's been busy kicking extra points, makes it 3 for 3 on the day.
Boswell, fairly reliable kicker here.
Right.
In a week where we saw 11 missed extra points last week. So always nice to have some reliable there. Looks like we have an injury on the field there, Corey.
Yes, and Quan Bray being helped off the field. So that's a big hit for the special teams crew for Indianapolis.
Looks like they're going to put Todman in as a kickoff returner and punt returner, so that could be a little shaky there, Corey. It's a high-pressure job to catch those kickoffs and punt returns.
You're right, you are, Bob. And here's another little shovel pass. They tried 2 of those on their opening drive. This one is a little more successful than it was on their opening drive. 2nd down and 1 to go. Maybe can't abandon their running game and their shovel pass game just yet. Here's Frank Gore. He'll pick up the first down and not much more.
Although the Steelers just bring in 3, they're still getting a lot of pressure there, so leaving plenty of defenders downfield, so limiting the options for Andrew Luck. But he's got a wide open, poor decision there by Luck. It looked like he had a wide open T.Y. Hilton at the top of the screen there.
Yep, running down the field, but he throws into double coverage for another turnover, Bob. We'll have to check our stat sheet because I'm having a hard time believing the number of turnovers we have here. This one's complete to Green for a first down. Inside the 20 are the Steelers again, Bob, trying to put one more up before halftime.
Absolutely. See if Antonio Brown can get lucky number 4 for the first half here. Oh, but Zach Kerr, no relation to Steve, with the sack there.
And he says, "Get out of my red zone."
Exactly. But still, the Steelers threatening. Roethlisberger drops back. A nice play action there. And, wide open in the back of the end zone. Kind of like that Jordy Nelson drop we saw in our Packers-Redskins game there.
Yeah, so unfortunate. Antonio Brown could have gotten number 4 out of the way right there. This one's complete to Roosevelt Nix at right about the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th and 10, and looks like they are going to bring out the field goal unit here, Bob.
And Boswell sets up. It's a clean snap, and he gets the kickoff. Let's see. It's up, and it is good, Corey. So 24-0. We have ourselves a Thanksgiving shellacking going on.
There you go, and that's good. I think that's going to go in the books for 36 yards, Bob. So under 30 seconds left to go. Colts maybe will have time for one Hail Mary toss-up. That is if they don't take too long on this return. 9 seconds left to go. Time to get some players into the end zone, maybe even set up a hook and ladder here in this situation.
Yeah, man, the Steelers brought the house and Stephon Tuitt with the sack there. So, looks like they're going to call a timeout here and take another shot down the field.
You got to dig deep in the playbook, Bob.
You got to dig deep, but also you got to keep everyone healthy, though. They can't afford to lose Andrew Luck for the remainder of this game.
Right,
obviously, it's going to be a shootout if they're going to stay competitive.
Right, you are, Bob. Let's take a look at some of the action from earlier today, the traditional Lions game. Detroit got the traditional beating that they get on Thanksgiving, 28-19 at the hands of the Vikings. Adrian Peterson, still coming off that season-ending injury, had a much better day at the office this week. 15 rushes, 169 yards on the day. Very exciting. Matt Stafford has some soul searching.
Oh, he got some yards there. He's got some yards there, 277. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, there we go. And down to Jerry World in Dallas. Dallas, the home team, picks up the win 37-35 after Washington on the short rest coming off of their Sunday night victory over Green Bay. 37-35 is what it will go for. Matt Jones was not quite as much of a monster as he was in our simulation last week. Tony Romo, also coming off that season-ending injury, had over 300 yards on the day, 82% completion percentage.
Daku,
that's right, says Tony Romo. He doesn't care.
Says no one in Dallas, but anyway.
That's right, Tony Romo. But let's get back here to Indianapolis. Under the lights here, Bob, Colts sitting on a big old goose egg at halftime. What in the blazes can they do?
Well, you can definitely hear the fans. They were voicing their displeasure at halftime there, booing the team as they're going in. This team came out of the gates scuffling to begin the season, Corey, and they've turned it around the last few games and kind of back to their old ways here a little bit. Let's see if Andrew Luck and the offense can get something going.
Right you are, Bob. And if they can't take care of the football, there is no way that goose egg is going to hatch into a beautiful swan. While we are celebrating our halftime festivities, let us shout out our thanks to Tech Monster, the programmer of this hack. You can find this particular patch of the game and much more about the game over at tecmobowl.org. Let's get the second half started. Bob Vinatieri kicks off to Pittsburgh, and wow, some nice moves.
Look at those moves, man, bringing it out all the way to the 31-yard line. So this Bell-less Steelers still getting the job done on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think Le'Veon Bell's going to be happy when he wakes up from his turkey nap because they have picked up another first down.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice luxury to be able to just plug D'Angelo Williams in there, in for Bell.
Yeah, and he's going to say, hey, Le'Veon, you just relax, man. I got this
just
one.
Lay there.
And here's Roethlisberger running down the field on a keeper. That's not something you see every day.
He's got it, too. So everyone else laid off the turkey and stuffing there, so well, maybe they had a little extra cranberry sauce. Who knows?
Yeah, and maybe it was this Colts defense, Bob, is sleeping like Le'Veon Bell, but they didn't have someone to plug in like D'Angelo Williams, so they had to wake them up and get him on the field.
That could be. It's a cautionary tale for these Thursday night Thanksgiving games. Do not eat the turkey before the game.
There you go. And now
it could result in a shellacking.
Marcus Wheaton was wide open in the end zone that time, so Antonio Brown ceding one to his colleague in arms there in Wheaton.
Marcus Gluten-Free Wheaton. A lot of people don't know his nickname is Gluten-Free. They call him GF.
GF, I love it. And now it's 31-0, and we barely have a football game now, Bob. So what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Todman. Todman doing a good job coming in there for the kickoff return. Nice little return there.
There we go.
I think Andrew Luck is in a difficult position here with the Colts. They tried for years to put some players around him as Dante Moncrief gets a huge reception, finally gets some offense going. But this team seems to be reminiscent of those early Peyton Manning Indianapolis Colts teams. Got a great quarterback, but nothing really else to go with it.
Yeah, and until we got stars like Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in their prime for big time targets for Peyton, you're right. It was
Edgerrin James as well.
And yes, Edge was a key part of many of those offenses.
Yeah, so it's a bit of deja vu here in 2016 with this Indianapolis Colts team, but the big thing for this Indianapolis team is to keep Andrew Luck healthy, as Turbin runs it in there for the touchdown, so they're going to avoid the scoreless drought there.
We go. The goose egg does indeed hatch into a touchdown. That's the fourth time by my count, Bob, that they have tried that little shovel pass to Turbin. So clearly they must have seen something on film that they thought that was going to be successful, and they finally broke one open.
Yeah, at this point, too, it looks like the Steelers are going to be happy just to take time off the clock, so that might be more the case.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. Marcus Wheaton brought that one out, and let's see what kind of offense, if they take their foot off the gas here a little bit, up big.
Well, if I know Mike Tomlin like I know Mike Tomlin, he's not going to take the foot off the gas there. So,
all right.
I don't think he even knows there's a break in the car, Corey.
All right, well, here's D'Angelo Williams on first down, and then Roethlisberger with another keeper on second down. He's got the first down and much, much more. You have to be a little bit concerned about Roethlisberger taking hits like that, though, Bob, with the game situation well in hand.
Very true, very true. Obviously, Roethlisberger, central figure to this offense, and this team is very different when Landry is the quarterback.
Right. I understand, broken plays are broken plays, but, Ben Roethlisberger, sometimes you got to know your team's got this one in hand. Sometimes you might just have to run that out of bounds or just take the early slide.
True. But very few quarterbacks are built like Ben Roethlisberger.
That is true. He is
mentally
he's a
and
stocky
physically.
Guy. He's a stocky guy. And here he is again running for a first down and showing some moves like we've never seen before, his Roethlisberger.
Looking like Bo Jackson out there.
Flashing the shoe leather.
Well, he saw all these wide receivers start to throw touchdowns last week, so he's like, I can be a running back. This is maybe we'll get a little pitch to Williams here and see if he can be a receiver.
All right. Well, Roethlisberger again. He's back to pass. He's going deep to Brown, who's got it in the end zone. There's number 4, Bob.
Number 4. I think Vegas has the odds on 6 touchdowns for Brown. Looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, we're just releasing those numbers now coming across the ticker tape. And actually, we do have an old-fashioned paper ticker here in our Sticky Bleachers calling room.
We bought it on eBay. It was very fun. Got a sweet deal on it.
Yeah.
Black Friday prices, I believe.
There you
Cory,
go. Everything comes
early.
over the AP wire, so we get it right from Vegas to you, printed out on a little strip of paper. And so now what do? Down 7-38. You got to score and score and score and score and score. I don't know if I got the count right.
And score a little bit more. Some 2-point conversions. That completion T.Y. Hilton's going to help out a little bit because he is going to take that all the way to the house if he can.
Yes.
Whoa. All right, so that's the first score. Now they have to score, and score.
There you go. Step one. You got to wonder if that particular scoring situation is on the little cards that the coaches carry when they decide what to do. They're not going for 2, going for the extra point here.
Bit surprising, but they might just be playing to save face at this point, Cory.
Right, you are, Bob, because a couple of 2-point conversions could make up for the field goal that the Steelers kicked back in the first half. And Marcus Wheaton with another nice return. He's got that up to the 40, to the 45. He's going to cross midfield into Indianapolis territory.
Juking and jiving.
Wow.
Oh, what a return.
Wow. Down to the 30-yard line of Indianapolis, and so they are already knocking on the door of field goal range here with 2:20 left to go in this game.
I don't think I've seen so many daggers in one game, Cory. It seems there's been so many kill shots. And Antonio Brown with his 5th touchdown. Man, if you put money on 6 touchdowns for Antonio Brown, you got to be hoping for another Steelers score here.
Yep, we got 2 minutes to go here. So let's see if Indianapolis can get a quick score in and maybe get the ball back to Pittsburgh. Now, you got Indianapolis did not go for the 2-point conversion, and they also kicked it deep. They did not go for the onside kick.
I'd kind of start screwing with him if I was Pittsburgh. I'd just do an onside kick, try to get it back.
Try to get one more for Antonio?
Yeah, just try to get one more for Antonio. Just because Thanksgiving Day, got to make sure he gets those turkey legs.
Yeah, got to get the Golden Turkey Leg Award, and I think he is well on his way to earning that. Now, that's going to hurt Andrew Luck's passing stat category. See, that was a forward pass for a loss of 3. Here's another forward pass behind the line of scrimmage to Frank Gore, and that's going to be a gain of 4. Unfortunately, Bob, this is not really the play calling you need when you've got to score 4+ touchdowns to get back in this game in just over a minute.
No, it looks like the Steelers are going to give those little dink down passes all day long here, and Andrew Luck sacked again. Lawrence Timmons this time here, and Indianapolis going to take another timeout. Going back to that golden turkey leg, Cory, you got to consider Ben Roethlisberger for that as well. 6 touchdowns. I know Antonio Brown's got the 5 of them, but still an impressive day for Ben Roethlisberger.
And there's James Harrison, the elder statesman of this Pittsburgh defense.
I'd say the NFL. He's the elder statesman of the NFL.
Yes, I suppose you're right there, Bob. Here's Roethlisberger again on the keeper. He's got the first down. So Roethlisberger, he might be close to being the team's leading rusher here, Bob.
I think you are. Going to have to check the stat lines.
If D'Angelo Williams hadn't ripped off that big one there in the first half, Roethlisberger might be giving him a run for his money, Bob.
And Eric Walden with the sack there, and 10 seconds left. Man, a lot of people in Vegas holding their breath on that Antonio Brown 6th touchdown here.
Let's see.
They're going to keep it in the air.
They're
going to go down to Marcus Wheaton, though, and Marcus Wheaton drops the pass. Wow. Could have been a historic day for Ben Roethlisberger there with his 7th touchdown, but let's look around the league.
14. Yeah, so after this week's action, and this is after all of Week 12, Bob, Buffalo's still on top. Cincinnati on top at 9-2. They pick up another win. And again, this is after Sunday's action. This is
we get a little crystal ball action.
Yeah, we're looking into the future. Jacksonville still up in the South, so no big surprises there in the last few weeks. Oakland and KC are staying even as they have been, kind of trading punches back and forth all season long.
AFC West there.
Yeah, out there in the West. Again in the East, Giants and Dallas both picking up wins here this week. So they are tied at 7-4. Philadelphia knocking on the door. Look at this one, Bob. Detroit sitting at 1-10 down there.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? It's like golf, right?
There you go. I guess you're right, Bob. In the basement, they've got the best golf score in the league. Carolina also 9-2. New Orleans a few games behind, so they're looking to kind of sock that division away here. Arizona and Seattle, though, still tight and trading punches in the NFC West.
Doesn't look like you can write off those 49ers either at 5-6 there.
Right, you are, Bob. Still a few weeks left to go. But so NBC is kicking themselves a little bit for scheduling this one on the primetime when they couldn't flex to another game after that first half. We had to watch every excruciating minute of it. But turkey leg goes to, Bob?
I have to go Ben Roethlisberger.
He's got
80 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns thrown, 191 yards through the air, no interceptions. pretty impressive day.
Yeah,
I guess
right.
he did throw. Did he throw that one interception though, and it was recovered by Steelers? It's not showing up in our stat lines there, but
Right, it was an interception and then a fumble recovery and then recovered. But yeah, so he was indeed the team leader, had 80 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns passing. Antonio Brown can be our second place turkey leg. He can have the wishbone.
there's plenty of turkey legs to go around.
Yeah, you're right. You are about 142 yards and 5 touchdowns. Well, we hope you all enjoyed a happy and safe Thanksgiving. We hope you enjoyed the presentation on Sticky Bleachers here and have fun with us. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have a thought on the video, please do leave us a comment and get in touch with us on Twitter and or Facebook. On both places, we are Sticky Bleachers. Signing off for this week, I am Cory.
I'm Bob.